Hey everyone, it's Matt with Nahtstock with another E55 video. Now for those of you who don't know, I bought this 2003 E55 AMG from a Copart auction and I used Auto Bidmaster. I'm really happy with how everything turned out. This was not a salvage title car. This was a clean title car that had been donated. Based on a little research and some of the paperwork, I believe this car sat outside since 2021. So it's got a lot of rust and a lot of crust, as you can see here. And in this video, I'm gonna overhaul the brake system. I initially thought maybe I could save the discs, maybe I can, rehab the calipers. But I'm gonna end up doing a complete brake overhaul. And what that means is I'm going to paint and rebuild the calipers. I'm gonna replace the discs with brand new Brembo discs. I'm gonna replace the pads and hardware. The brake pads I chose are ATEs, and I either got them from FCP Euro or carparts.com. Because of the rust, these were hard to disassemble and remove. So I'm just going through and using a lot of penetrant. I don't want to mar up the parts that I'm going to keep, like the caliper. So I'm just taking my time. And the idea is to slide this pin a little bit out, and then I can grab it on the other end with a vice grip and then knock the end of the vice grip with a hammer to bring it all the way out. So I'm almost there. There, I got it. There's my vice grip. Now I can extract the pads. I'm just using pry bars and screwdrivers to wiggle those pads loose, and that seemed to work pretty well. Now I'm going to move on to the caliper bolts, and I was able to use a box wrench and just knock it with the hammer to get that top one free. Now the bottom one was a different story. It was frozen, so I'm going to use my jack trick to crack it free, and basically just put a box wrench on there and then jack it up. It works like a charm for guys like me that don't have a lift, so I can't get a big long bar and get that leverage I need. So the jack works great. So now I'm preparing to remove the caliper, so I'm undoing the short brake line, and voila, we are done. Now look at the years of caked on brake dust that are on these beautiful, soon to be beautiful calipers. So I'm using the phosphoric acid and neutralizer that I used in my wheel video. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it below. But basically it's 4-to-1 concrete and metal prep from Lowe's, which is phosphoric acid. And then I use baking soda diluted in water to neutralize it, so I don't make stains in my driveway. And this stuff eats brake dust. All I'm doing is spraying it on and agitating it with a coarse brush. And the idea is to get the brake dust off so I can prep and paint these calipers. So the caliper is brake dust free. Now I'm prepping it for paint, and You can see the logo there. That's actually ghosted on there, and I'm going to use it as a guide when I put on my vinyl stickers. So here's a pro tip. Use a heat gun to warm up your surface. It'll help your paint adhere better and cure faster. And here I'm using a self-etching primer. This is sandable primer if I needed to smooth out any areas, but it was really smooth when I laid down. Now I'm using Duplicolor's custom chrome, which really isn't chrome, it's more like a brilliant silver. And then to take it to another level, I have a silver that I bought off of Amazon. I'm not sure if I'm super happy with it, but it did bring out the brilliance of the silver. Now I need to go back and clean the area where everything will go. So I'm using a wire brush on the dust shield and on the wheel hub. Basically just knocking off the years of rust that had built up. Now I'm gonna paint the dust shield black, not because it's necessary, but because I want to. I want it to look good. Now it's time to rebuild the calipers. I did the same process to all four. I'm using a small pry bar and a trim tool as a backing so I don't damage the inside of the caliper. I'm also putting the edge right on the lip of the piston and being very gentle not to damage it. Now, this is a job that anybody can do at home. Just go slow and be careful. It just takes some patience, and the reward is you're gonna have a caliper that's perfect in the end. I'm lubricating the seals with super lube. That's my go-to lubricant for jobs like these. I'm just going one by one, making sure everything's going the right spot. Now it's time to put on those beautiful Brembo drilled rotors. Now the caliper goes on. And the pads go in. I did replace the caliper bolts. I found new ones at AutohausAZ online. They were like $8 a piece. I've just secured the center brace and the hardware's going in. We've got the keepers and the pins. And all this is brand new. If you're doing this job, just take your time with these guide pins. You don't want to bend them. Last pin in, then I'm going to hook up the brake wear sensor. And this job is complete. So we went from this old, rusty, crusty brake system to this beautiful, brand spanking new, fully rebuilt calipers, repainted. There's my vinyl sticker. It turned out really nice. What do you guys think? Not everything ran smoothly. These E-Torx bolts in the passenger rear gave me a real hard time. The way that they were situated, I could not use my jack trick to crack them free. So I struggled for days trying to get these off, and I ended up rounding off the head of the top bolt. I got the bottom one out, but the top bolt was the real problem. And I had to grind it down with my grinder, and then it still had a bolt stem, so I couldn't get the caliper off because the disc was in the way. So If you look on the ground, you'll see that disc. I had to grind away, cut away for a long time to get enough opening to wiggle the disc off, and then I could get the caliper off the remainder of the bolt. So it was a real struggle, but what I did was I decided I'm gonna switch these to hex head caliper bolts, and I found the exact same bolt. It's a Mercedes part. I got it at AutohausAZ, and I'll flash it up on the screen. So now it's going to be easier for anyone to service these brakes in the future and get those calipers off with a hex bolt instead of an E-Torx. I ended up taking all the rotors to recycling, and I got like $20, which was nice. Now it was time to refit the wheels. My freshly powder coated wheels that I did a video about. I'll link it below. I went with this gunmetal metallic look. My paint color for the car is the Mercedes 723, which is Cubanite metallic. And so these gunmetal wheels, they're not black. They're actually a gunmetal with a tight fleck in there that has an iridescence when it hits the sun. It's a complement to the CLK65, which has very similar wheels, but they're a little more ornate. They have rivets, but they have that contrast with the body of the car. It's a darker. It's not as dark as this, but I didn't want to go with black because black is overdone. So this is kind of an in-between. And man, is it looking good. Look at that brake caliper peeking through there. I knew I had to go with the original type silver for the brake calipers. It's just too iconic. The combination of the silver calipers and the drilled Brembo rotors, man, it just looks so good. Worth every minute of struggle. Let me know below what you guys think. Now here's that rear passenger side, last wheel going on. This is the side I struggled with the most, but now I'm gonna finish it off with these matte black with chrome center caps that I got on eBay. Finally, the time had come to back it out of the garage. It had been in there for weeks, and this was a really good feeling of accomplishment. You can see it's riding a little high on the new air suspension, but I'll take care of that. So no job is complete until you clean up. Look at all that grime I put on my floor. It's like a war zone. So I'm just gonna use some all-purpose, work on these spots. Now the job feels done.